Hey Casey, it's Vincent. I hope all is going well this evening. You asked me to take a look at your website and let you know what I thought. So I decided to go ahead and do a screencast video for you to show you a little bit about what I do, and that way at the same time just show you a couple of things about your website that I absolutely love, and some of the things that I would just improve on so that you can increase your web presence. That's one of the things I said in the text, but that's one of those buzzwords that you can just say and not too many people really truly understand what that means. So I wanted to do up this video for you. Hopefully this won't be too long, take up too much of your time, but also value added. That's what I really want to do. First of all, let me just let you know a couple of things. I really focus on trying to raise your ranking in Google. Google is the 800-pound gorilla as far as search engines are concerned. 60% of the people worldwide that go into search engines use Google. Now 60% of those users will not go past the first page. 30% of those users will click on the very first organic listing. All of this will make sense as I work through this a little bit, but I wanted to say that up front. As I look at your site, now you should be looking at the same thing I'm looking at. I love it. It's simple, it's direct, and it is to the point of exactly what it is that you do. You don't have a whole lot going on that can get in the way visually speaking. You have two other easy tab services and contact. I checked it out. One of the good things is Google is really big on having mobile ready sites. When I decrease the size of it on my computer to this, you'll notice that it actually compensates for it and gives you an opportunity to look for home services and contact tab right here. So that shows me that it is mobile ready. The one thing I would tell you, a piece as far as a consultant would be, and what I noticed is when you do that, you'll notice the quality remodeling and constructions with personal touch is the first thing that shows up. That's because your contact form is on the right side. If you take this and move it to the left side, then once you if you pull it up on a tablet or if you pull it up on a cell phone, this contact form will be the very first thing they see. Why is that? Well, one of the things that Google talks about is the average user spends 10 to 15 seconds per site. So you want to get to the users and get to them fast on exactly what it is that they're looking for and fulfill that need first. All of that other stuff, well, they'll find out themselves as they scroll down and stay on your site a little bit longer if they choose to. On that, your contact form looks great. Your name, your email, your phone number. I would add one more thing. I did up a site for pavers, and I have here work design. All you'd have to do is add that box right above the your name slot. Go to your services tab. Keep this tab here. There's no need to get rid of it or anything, but go to your services tab, and each one of these custom remodeling, doors, windows, take that and just create that same thing I put on the form I just showed you. Just put a box up here and a pull down menu that shows remodeling, windows, doors, and when the person clicks on that, they'll put their name, their email, and their phone number. That does two things. One, it gives you good contact information for your customer base so that later on, if you want to reach out and touch them, you want to send out a newsletter, anything like that, you have their information. Also, once they click the send now, it should send to an email that you can see the information. Once you contact that user back, you will know exactly what it is they're looking for. So you'll know exactly, as a professional, you'll know exactly what you're going in to talk about. If they clicked on doors, if they wanted information about doors, you'll already have an idea of where you want to lead the questions so that you can get the fastest information and best information to your user. As I look also, when I talked about the Google being the 800-pound gorilla, let me get into that a little bit more. When I go into Google and I search home improvement, when you put anything in the search engine for Google, they want to know that you are the subject matter expert in that particular criteria or that business. That's how the rankings go. Well, there's more to it than that, but that's a big part of it. That's why most of the time, if you go into, say, Google and you put in dog food, the first one that pops up, or whatever it is you have, it'll be Wikipedia, because they are content rich. I forgot about that. Let me go back here. I love your website, like I said. What I would do, though, is content, content, content. You have some good content here, but it's not enough. What you want to do is have around 1,500 to 2,000 words. It may seem like a lot, but I guarantee if you take all of the words you have on this homepage right now, it will probably be around 500 to 600. So you would only need about, I'd say, 1,000 to 1,500 more words. Of course, you want to write it out, and you want it to sound organic, and you want to put in keywords, i.e. remodeling, home improvement, all of that, so those sort of things. How do you find those things? Well, you go into Google and you just put in your home improvement. I'll go in here right now. Let's say, for example, I'm looking for home improvement for Williamsburg, Virginia, and I click. The first few ads I'm going to see, these first three are paid ads. Most users will not click on that. I think it's a feeling that they may be charged with something or for something. The next is Google Maps. This is something I'm going to talk to you a little bit about later on. And after that are all the organic rankings. Those are the rankings that are not paid for to Google, but Google has, through their algorithms, figured out that these are the best choices for that area. One of the big things with that is the keywords that are being used on the person or the business's website. Here's something key. Remember, you create your website so that you can get a presence out in the world, so people know what you do and who you are. But you write your website for the search engines. You build the website for the people, but you write the website for the search engines. In what you're writing, the 1,500 to 2,000 words, it could be a little bit more if you'd like, you sprinkle in there the keywords. What are the keywords? Like I said, like home improvement, doors, windows. It may not seem like much, but as long as they're written in an organic manner, meaning that you're using them in the proper way. You're not just saying refrigerator, door, windows, remodeling. You're putting them in a sentence, and you're using them because not only do they run algorithms, they actually have people. Google's big enough to hire actual humans to read your websites to go, ooh, that's not reading well. And the computer systems are smart enough to pick up on that as well. So when I put in home improvement Williamsburg, one thing I did notice, you're on the first page. Remember, 60% of the people are not going to go past the first page. So right here, you're already there. That's amazing, because Facebook pages normally don't quite rank as high, especially not on the first page for a particular niche like home improvement or anything for that matter. So that is great. One of the reasons why I suspect that to be is because you have reviews. Google's really starting to get big on reviews. As a matter of fact, you'll see the first organic one here is the BBC. The next one is 24 best remodeling contractors. So it's review-based websites that people can go in and get information about different companies. All you would have to do is get more content on your home page. Keep these reviews on your website. Also put them on your home page as well. I guarantee you will start to move up in the ranking. One last thing, well, I said one last thing, but I also want to talk about Google Maps. You get on the first page, it's golden. You get in this first #1 slot, it's called the organic #1 spot, that's platinum. But if you can also get on the #1 slot here in Google Maps, you, sir, have pulled off a golden trifecta, and that is the Holy Grail. How do you get on there? Well, the first thing you have to do is to go into Google .com/places. Once you click on that, it'll give you this whole website here, URL, excuse me, /business, blah, blah. Simply sign in with your Google account. If you don't have one, just create one. It could just be Triangle Home Improvement at gmail.com. And that's when you just fill out your information. Here's the key point. Fill out all of the information. The more information you can give Google, the more they'll have to see that you're a subject matter expert, the higher you'll rank. There's also a photo place in there where you can put photos. Put as many photos as they will allow you to. And if they allow you to put subtitles on there, put those on there as well, sprinkling in those keywords. All of these sort of things. I wanted to keep this under 10 minutes, so I'll stop right there. Hey, I hope I was able to help you, Casey. One last thing, actually. I also have a software that could also help with once you user fills out this form and they click send now, not only will you get an email within 20 seconds, it will call your number that you designate. So studies have shown that if you contact a user within 5 minutes of them filling out your contact form, your sales rate actually go up by almost 150%. So, yeah, hey man, I would love to talk to you a little bit more if you'd like for me to help you. They call it SEO, but really search engine optimization, but it's so much more than that. It's marketing as well, and understanding what the search engine and understanding what the market will bear. And again, if you'd like to talk to me a little bit more, please, man, you have my information. Just shoot me a message. If not, this information that I've given you will help you tremendously tomorrow if you wanted to go ahead and implement it. So thank you so much. I hope you're able to get a hold of the young lady that I gave the bathroom information about. Either way, you take care, and I definitely will be talking with you soon.